Welcome to the show after the show. It happens right after the show. Cheers.
With sausages.
Yeah, feels weird clinking sausages.
Yeah, when you say it like that.
Yeah.
I wish we hadn't done it.
Oh, not Hugo.
Not Hugo. Oh my god. So you go to New York City, and you come back, and you're like, Oaken. I'm like,
what?
All right.
Dude, it catches you so off guard. Because even when I was watching it, so the first act, like, they get up to the castle, like it ends with Let It Go, or whatever, and you think, oh, they're just skipping over Oaken. And then you come back over intermission, and you see, oh, they've got, like, Oaken's like hut is like part of the background. And I was like, oh, okay, this is just sort of like the Easter egg. Remember this guy from the movie? Here's his hut. We put it up so you can see it during intermission.
Right.
But then all of a sudden, he's like sitting in the crowd and he like stands up and he starts like talking to the audience about Hugo. And then he just breaks into song and you're like, what is happening right now? And
it's amazing.
It's like so weird because like it's it's a kids show. But it's sort of a risque song.
Oh, no, it totally is. Yeah, I was listening to it and I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah, like you could definitely bring little kids to this. And there's like a point where most of the cast is just on stage in like nude bodysuits and like covering their parts with like leaves and stuff, which is... It totally caught me off guard. I mean, I thought it was hilarious, but I could see that being a concern for some people.
Oh, yeah, no, for sure, yeah. I would definitely say so. It is so funny, though, because, like, whenever I go to a Broadway show, it's like, you can know all the songs from the movie, but, like, even The Lion King has songs that are only in the show, like, that aren't in the movie.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's interesting just because it would be such a random thing.
It was pretty random, but...
And they left out the ice harvesting song.
Yeah, there's no ice harvesting song.
I don't get that.
I don't either.
I can't imagine, like, walking into Frozen and it starting in any way other than a bunch of people walking on ice. I feel like it would have been so cool to see how they would have done it.
I know. Even the thing is, when I first watched Frozen, like the movie, and it opens on that, I was like, I bet they included this because like the way it opened felt like a Broadway show in the movie.
Right.
It's like this has nothing to do with anything. It's just sort of here as like a introduction. And then they didn't put it in there, and I was like, well, that's a bummer. They do the na na hey na na.
Oh, right.
They do it. That is.
That was a really good. You know.
Yeah. Could you tell?
Recreation. Oh my god, can I do it? Na 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 hey ya na. Right?
Yeah, that was about right.
Yeah.
It was like I was watching the movie.
Derek, who did better?
I mean, I'd say it's about equal.
Equal at bad?
No, it was you.
Yes, I never win. I have watched Frozen probably way more times than you know.
That's true. I felt bad, like, I feel like Ben should be the one seeing this play right now, but, oh.
I so badly wanted to go. When you told me that you guys were headed up there, I was like, what?
Oh, well.
I'll have to go some other time. That's okay. That's fine.
Some other time.
Now I'll know this song to be prepared for.
Yeah,
it.
you'll be
I'll
ready.
know all the words too.
Yeah.
Like front row, like
not
put me on stage. Put me on stage.
Audience involvement. Me. That'd be amazing. They don't do that, but
right. So, would you say that this video was supposed to be like informative in terms of like revealing this like concept, or do you actually think it was more encouraging? Like people should adopt this more.
A little both. It was it is kind of in the same vein. I think it's like our wood stacking or the ice harvesting one, where it's like basically we're just using the movie to teach people about this other subject.
Right. Yeah,
mostly what it
because
is.
we're so cultural here at Super Carlin Brothers.
That's right. Very Hugo.
Very Hugo. So I think somewhere in the video though, like I don't even know if the line made it into the final cut of it, but you make a comment about how you feel like you've always kind of lived this lifestyle and have felt like guilty about it at times because you're like, why doesn't everybody like...
Yeah. That's a legit line. I wasn't just like writing that for like the sake of the video. That's like an actual feeling I've had before. Like sometimes I'll say this and like I can deadpan it pretty good, but like I don't like work.
Right,
you know?
right.
Exactly. And so literally like even in like I remember in first grade the very first time I ever got assigned homework, and I was like, okay, well this is unfair. Like I'm not here anymore, so what do you mean I have to no, that doesn't like, and I felt like in my mind I couldn't believe, I was like, the world will catch up with my thinking. Like, certainly someone's gonna realize that someone's gonna tell my teacher that she can't assign homework.
Right,
like,
right.
Homework's that's not fair. And like, no, homework's just totally.
I feel like so much
expected.
is coming into focus now because, like, for most of my life, I'd be like, business idea!
Yeah.
And it would be like, don't worry, we'll just work weekends and nights and mornings and all the time. We won't sleep anymore. And Jay's like, no, I hate this plan. And I'm like, how could you hate it?
Oh my gosh, this was like a real thing. Like, what my first job was like, or like, when I had like a part-time job working at Panera or something. To me, like, in my mind, like, no one enjoys going, like, in my mind, like, collectively everyone's opinion on going to work was, I'm really just doing this because I need money. Like, you know, like, it's not...
Like, people may not be going to work because they enjoy doing what they do.
Like, no, given, like, ideally, no one would just go to work at all, right? Like, this is... No, everyone at work is suffering through it because we all agree that we need money.
Right.
Right.
But that being said, though, I feel like so many people's entire identity revolves around what they do.
Oh, totally.
Like, it's like, yeah, like if you meet someone new, I guarantee within the first, like, 4 minutes of talking to them, you go, well, what do you do?
Oh, man, fun game. When you're at a party, like, conversation game you can play with yourself. See how long you can have a conversation with somebody without asking the question, so what do you do?
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't feel like you have this problem because you're very good at having conversations, but
I don't know. I actually do think I would typically use it as a springboard in some capacity. Like,
Yeah.
I think what I would do is try to figure out what other characteristics about the person, like, what they are probably into based on what they do. Like, half of our friends are engineers.
Right.
So I feel like it's one of those things where it's like, I know how to handle you.
Man, this whole concept when I was at a full-time job, this was like it continued to be my, like, I would encounter, this was like the first time though, because in your part-time job maybe it actually is the case that people are only there because they absolutely need money. Like,
sure,
you don't, like, no one likes working the cash register at Panera, you know. Maybe you do, I don't know, I had fun with it. But like, I remember getting into the workforce and being like, okay, and like talking to people on conference calls, and they would be like so genuinely excited about coming up with promotions and ideas to sell tickets, and I was just like, what? Guy doesn't, what? Who cares? Like, it doesn't matter.
Like, is this what you think about in the shower?
Yeah, I'm like, this is it. And it's so funny to have had that opinion about stuff, because then I would like come home from work and be like, Super Carlin Brothers, well, YouTube, blah, blah, and, you know.
Oh, I know, yeah, like that would be, it's so funny that you say this, because you are someone who I would mark as having a tremendous work ethic. Like, you were like, like on your days off frequently, you'd be like, yeah, like I edited 2 vlogs, and just like, I'm like,
yeah.
What?
But see, none of this feels like work.
Right. I think that's how I am with like mowing the lawn, though, where
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, I get to go and not think about something for an hour.
I don't mind mowing the lawn, although at the moment my lawnmower is, I don't even think it's broken, but some oil has just spilled into, I guess, like another part of it, so when I turn it on, there's just smoke everywhere.
Just smokes.
And it's like, I think if I just let it run, it would burn off. And I also think the fire department would be called and the entire neighborhood would be covered in smoke. That's what I think. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you this
I need
weekend.
to see it. I think we're just going to have to record it and put it on Twitter or
so
something.
much smoke. It's unbelievable.
Huh. I'm excited. I can't wait.
Yeah.
And also, I'm so glad that we've talked about lawnmowers this much.
Yeah. I didn't think we'd get there.
But we did!
But we did.
Guys, until next time.
Huga!